right now, what do we have? Okay. What do we have right now? We have a company in a good standing in the United States. Our revenue in 2023 was like six, sorry, 400,000 and $50,000. In 2024, we had a 900,000 revenue, like double. And this year, we already have $900,000 of revenue right now, up at this day. So we are going to minimum double in 2025, minimum. So, okay, it's all good. We was able to get to vFunder equity crowdfunding campaign platform, launch their equity crowdfunding campaign. As soon as we launched, we quite fast reached first limit because vFunder have a lot of limits, and we had reached the first limit. It was like 100,000 and 20,000, I think, dollars. Okay, then we had to make some work, I mean, legal work, and prepare all financials. We had to pass CPA review. It's kind of certified accountant review. We was successfully managed to pass this review. We received all the papers, and now vFunder platform was like, okay, your limit now is more than $1 million. Okay, that's great. So now we are going to get in touch with a few invest clubs, with a bunch of influencers which are ready to support us, to tell about us and our equity crowdfunding campaign at vFunder to their audience in other different social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on. So we are now moving forward to get in touch with all of them. I had just had a kind of an interview with one of Ukrainian investment communities. I think it was really nice and good. So we are moving forward to raise up to 1 million or a bit more funds. Okay, so those of you who are interested to invest in us, I think you can get in touch with our team, and they would help you to invest. It's not really difficult. It takes from you like maybe 10 minutes to register at vFunder, maybe half hour to understand how should you invest, to read all the supporting documentation. I mean, not a lot. And our team is ready to provide you all of the instructions, help, advisory to make your investment done. So why should you invest in our company? First of all, you probably can see that the big social media like Facebook, Twitter, or TikTok experience some serious difficulties with their revenue streams. For example, Facebook, which had more than $40 billion a few years ago of cash on the accounts, now they have more than 18 billions of debts. For example, Twitter was also purchased with a serious like $13 billion debt. So TikTok have problems with the United States. It's banned for United States officials and government use, and probably highly probable they are going to be banned kind of USA wide because I think China wouldn't sell TikTok. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to our situation, to our company, and our equity crowdfunding campaign. Uh, for example, we have a competitor startup with the name Fanbase. They are raising now at Start Engine. It's just another equity crowdfunding platform like VFunder, but just I think bigger, a little bit bigger. So they are raising funds with the valuation of $160 million. It's about 5 times more than our valuation at the moment. I think that if you invest in us like few $1,000s right now, and we have huge chances to have the same valuation in a year. So you'll be able, if we are going to be successful, I think we would, you're going to be able to raise like 400% in a year. I think it's highly probable because Fanbase don't have any sign of financial system inside. It's like Stone Age social media, okay? For sure, their product is a little bit as a social network more developed because they was managed to raise way much more money than we are, but still they have literally no future. I think so. Because nothing similar to our financial system inside, they don't have it, and it's almost impossible for them to get it built in and done and working. So people like, people, billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg with their Libra project and Facebook, when they had an idea to do something that we already did up to this time, they was unable to launch financial system inside of Facebook ecosystem. If we get back to Elon Musk, once again, Elon Musk had an idea to build in a kind of financial system into Twitter, and as well, we can just wish them good luck. It would be almost impossible to do, especially when Elon Musk have such a bad relations with Donald Trump. Okay, so what do we have actually? In a few words, we have a Go company, we have a good traction, we have finally a good developers team, which is able to move forward in terms of development quite fast. And you probably last month clearly see this. So we expect to build a much better social network as we have right now. And at the same time, we have to extend and improve the financial system built in. And we have to launch premium subscription feature. And for sure, we have to launch few features which would allow content creators to monetize their content in a few different ways. And as soon as this would be done, we'd be able to onboard, hundreds, thousands of influencers around the world. And they would be able to raise money here in Sl8 way much faster and easier and in a few different ways. Um, and as soon as they understand this, and as soon as this functionality would be finished and working, they would bring us a huge audience from other social networks. It would be a really huge scaling up. One more thing is, let's talk about fintech. Let's say, finally, digital currencies are coming. Finally, once again, the National Bank of Ukraine, for the first time in a few years, told that, okay, digital hryvnia in Ukraine going to be launched until the end of 2025. For sure, there have probably there would be some delays, maybe, but as soon as the national bank started to talk about it, okay, now we know that this stuff is going to be launched quite soon, and we just have to prepare, and that's why we need money. Okay, we are, I think, highly effective to spend money. During the last many years, we spent few $1 million. Okay, it's like maybe 4, maybe 5 times less than fan base spent during the same period of time. And they don't have financial system, and we have it, and it's working. Right now in Sl8, you're able to move money around any wallets in a Stellar network. You can move funds to Binance, KuCoin, or backwards from any crypto exchange to Sl8 account, for example, USDC. Okay, but it's just the beginning. Okay, we just have to prepare to improve our product, to make it better, to get ready for a real full-scale onboarding of new users, new influencers, new businesses, and so on. So, guys, we need money. Let's talk about this. You can right now participate in our equity crowdfunding campaign at VFund, and you're going to be able to own some part of our company, because you're going to own our shares of our company with a valuation of 35 million. If we're going to, if our valuation would be the same as Fanbase, you're going to have 5x. For example, you invested 1,000 and you're going to kind of have 5,000, let's say, year later. Okay, now if and when we're going to cost like Twitter, let's say in 5 years, every $1,000 you're going to invest right now becomes to 1 million. So it would be X thousand, and it's a lot. So, I mean, we are worth to spend some money right now to pour in our company, our shares, using VFounder platform, and wait a little bit, look after us. I mean, be in touch, use our platform. We're going to improve it and scale up. By the way, the first scaling test, and as well, it was a test of our technical infrastructure. It was it took like month and a half or 2 months, and we was able to get on board about 400,000 people to Sl8 in a 2 months. And we had around even more than 100,000 people, daily active users, at certain periods of time. And our technical infrastructure was able to easily handle this, and it's good. So this test was highly successful, both in terms of onboarding new users and as well uh, as a test of the technical infrastructure. It's okay. But quite soon, we are going to perform one more test, and it will be much more massive in terms of new users, daily active users, monthly active users, and so on. So we just have to get ready, build in few more features like push notifications finally, because social network without push notifications, it's like it's not serious, right? Now we have to finish this, and probably also finish a premium subscription and few more features in terms of social network as a social network. Okay. So once again, I'm highly encourage you to participate in our equity crowdfunding campaign, and it's easy. For sure, for Ukrainian investors, it would be a bit more difficult, but we have a team of the salespeople, like a support, which would help you to get on board at VFund. Once again, for a long time, we was like in a stealth mode because it wasn't a proper time to scale up. In the beginning of 2025, we managed test, okay, scaling test. It was fine, but now we have to get ready and perform a second uh, wave of mass scaling. Actually, if the digital green would be really launched in the end of this year, it can bring us huge amounts of people because people would be interested to use digital green not just in the bank, but in the social media, in a social network, to monetize content, to sell some goods or services, and so on. By the way, I think it can be highly interested for us to integrate some kind of a sales platform like Shopify, for example, to make our users able to sell some goods and probably services as well. A bit later. Okay, by the way, actually, like 5 years ago, more than 5 years ago, we actually had an idea to launch a campaign at VFunder, but it was absolutely impossible. So we moved to token sales, and we was able to raise a lot of money. And I'm highly thankful to all our previous and like yearly investors. I understand some of them, a lot of them, are kind of disappointed about a low price of Star Slugs right now. But if you're going to wait a little bit, like until December 2025, there can be absolutely different situation. Absolutely. And as soon as we switch finally at 100% to the fundraising from the equity sales at WeFunder or Start Engine, we're going to finally fully stop any token sales by the market, and the pressure at the price of the Star Slugs would be way much smaller. And for sure, it would going to rise in the price. Okay, so what can I say in the last like few minutes? Let's say By the way, I think some of you can have some questions. If you have, please raise hand. There is a kind of functionality right here. You can press three dots button, and there would be ability to raise hand. Okay, and I would understand that you wish to raise a question. So meanwhile, I wish to once again say that I'm highly appreciated to a lot of you. I see a lot of people here who are our previous investors, a lot of them. Thank you, guys. I'm happy to see you here. I'm happy to talk with you and give you some insights or answer the questions, give you more information about our plans. I think we are going to now more regular, I think, in terms of speaking with our audience and so on. So, Bogdan, please ask your question.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Dmytro. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not the expert, so I'm just curious about, my question is about CDBC. So it's like general, overall, CDBC, digital hryvnia, digital other currencies. To me, it doesn't look, this is for our good. Am I missing something?
Okay, understood. Interesting question. Let's say, CBDC is a tool, okay? And this tool can be, it's a tool of the programmable money, right? So it's a tool, and as any other tool, it can be used in a different way, right? In Ukraine, we have actually highly active society, let's say, which I think would be able to control the process. And from our side, we're going to, for sure, to squeeze up as more public good from this tool as possible. For sure, it can be used for a kind of suppression in some sort or some kind, some tracking and so on. But I think our society, Ukrainian, would be able to, especially I hope with our help as well, to control how this tool, how this instrument is going to be used. My idea to make it to be used as a public good, because it's a highly liquid, programmable money. It's kind of evolution of money. Some time ago we used coins, then fiat money, paper money, then wire transfers, then electronic money like PayPal, then crypto. Actually, the next step is absolutely inevitable, and it's imminent. I mean, it's going to be launched anyway. It's up to us how we are going to allow government to use this tool for our good or for their good. So we have to be active, and that's why we are building Sl8 actually, to be a tool of the public good for Ukrainian businesses, communities, and the people. Thank you. I see a question from Kirill. Kirill, please.
Yes, so thanks, Dmytro, for this webinar. It sounds really interesting, and I'm following for Sl8 for really big amount of time. And I have a question for you. Do you plan to do something like a marketplace inside Sl8? I think that users can sell or buy products for your token as Sl8, and you can take a commission for that. I think it can be a really interesting monetization model. So can you please share your thoughts about that?
Okay, thank you for the question. For sure, I think we are going to integrate with such kind of platforms like Shopify, for example. So it's a platform which allow people or businesses to have and manage their own shop on the web, somewhere in at some website or in Sl8, right? So for sure, people are going to be able to open their shop in Sl8, directly in Sl8, and sell and manage some goods, services directly in a social network. Absolutely, it have to be done. And I think it can be done in a 4 month, probably. After a few other serious features, we have to finish, well, much faster beforehand. Okay, so the short answer is for sure yes. You're going to integrate like ability to sell goods and services directly in a social network. Okay, thank you for this question.
Thanks for
Um,
answering, Dmytro. Thanks for answering. And may I ask you one more question?
yeah,
Just
yeah, please.
really would like to ask. So, if you're talking about like crowdfunding campaign, uh, will be there an opportunity like to save, so to sell safe and yes, only funder, and will be there an opportunity like to sell my like site of company after IPO, or I can do that before? It's also interesting question for me. Thanks.
Okay, understood. This is a very good question, by the way. Thanks. This is a question about how you can exit. Okay, so as an investor, okay, now you can invest, but you invest for purpose, right? You invest to sell those shares a bit later with a probably higher price. Okay, so how would you be able to do this? We had a talk with the Start Engine. It's another platform, not vFunder. It's the same platform, equity crowdfunding platform, but the different, okay, and probably bigger. So we have kind of a deal with them that we are going to go there at the second round of investment after we finish at vFunder. And we had a question that uh, would be able those investors at vFunder to sell their safe agreements at Start Engine marketplace, because Start Engine have a kind of internal marketplace for safe agreements, and they told us that yes, your investors at vFunders, which are going to invest right now, a year later, they are going to be able to sell their safe agreements at Start Engine. So the short answer is yes. Thank you.
Thank you to Dmytro for answering.
Okay, currently I don't see other question. Maybe someone else wish to say something, give some question or something like that. If not, let me sum up and finalize. So once again, I'm highly appreciated to all those people. I see a lot of them here, which invested in us and managed to pass all these difficult journey with us. I'm highly appreciate this. We are going to do everything possible to kind of get you rich, and as soon as possible. Okay. We have a lot of stuff right now which we didn't had any year before, like professional team. I mean, we had three people at the beginning, and now we have more. I think more than 25 people in the team, and it's professional team. I think, especially, I mean, development team. moving forward in terms of new features, quite good. And the most important also is the situation in the world is going to come to some point when the puzzle is going to be like assembled, fully assembled. And at this point, we're going to be ready to scale up as lightning and raise money in terms of hundreds of millions, quite so. So, guys, you like wait for years to this moment. Please wait a bit. I mean, like few months more until the end of this year. I think in December 2025, we're going to be in absolutely different situation comparing to right now. Okay. So thanks a lot. You're awesome. Thanks a lot for your patience, for your money. I'm highly encouraging you to invest a bit more if you have some funds to invest. And have a good evening in Ukraine. Good and safe evening in Ukraine. I really hope everything going to be fine quite soon in Ukraine. Thanks a lot and have a good evening. Bye.